Should you have more original research in your content and thought leadership strategy? Absolutely. 1000% agree with that. And every successful content strategy or thought leadership strategy I've ever run has had research as a central component. But it is not easy to create really good original research and deliverables. And so I'm going to share with you today a couple of tips on things to watch out for and focus on. Number one, it is harder than you think to get people to respond to surveys, especially now the market is saturated with surveys. So spend some time on that portion of the strategy. Find those communities where your target audience is, where you know that you can get those responses. Look at incentives if that works for what you're trying to do in your study. But it really is something that can trip you up in terms of when you get 20 total responses. Is that enough? And that leads into number two, which is statistical significance. That is so hard to say. And why would I make a video where I have to say it? I don't know. But it is really important. And I think, especially in this age of finish it and ship it, finish it and ship it, we are going to be the ones who have to police our own integrity and have the credibility behind the studies that we do. And so work with an expert, someone who knows how to get to significance, and make sure your sample sizes are big enough, especially when you're cutting into that data. Because if you have a big enough sample size, but then you cut down to 5 out of 1,000, you're misleading your readers and consumers of the data. So be careful with that. And number three, maybe most importantly, is being able to create stories around the data that you have. I've seen some truly great studies with great data, and then the report or the deliverables are, here's 20 data points, you do with them what you will. And the real value of original research in your content and thought leadership strategy is being able to tell people why that matters to them and tie it into the topics and themes that are important to your business. You're using that data not just for a report or a social post, but to drive home the key points of the mindset shift or the revolution that your organization is a part of. And so that data needs to be pure, but then you're the one who has to really dig into that analysis and provide people with something concrete to say, here's something you believed about the world, and then this data tells a different story, and build that bridge for them. And that's what's going to give you the true power of that data and make it last for as long as you possibly can until the next time you run the study.